So, hello. I'm on a Saturday morning in sort of partially gloomy Germany, and I'm on my way to Guitar Summit. So, let's get on the way, shall we? So, we're on the road. I've got my sat nav working, and it's a bit of a chilly day, but we'll see how it goes. I'm travelling light, so the bike is going a lot faster. So we'll see how it goes from here. So we're at Guitar Summit, and I just arrived here. There's another bike already parked here, a really nice old Enfield actually. So 500, same as mine. So yeah. So I'm going to have a look in here and see what's what. All of the car parks are completely stacked full of cars, so there's no way I can get in there. But it seems like people chain their bikes here and stuff, so I'm sure a motorbike should be okay. If not, I'll have to pay the parking fee, I guess. So there we go. Let's go and have a look at Guitar Summit. So here we are in Guitar Summit. I just looked at some very interesting Turkish guitars which are full of titanium, which is rather a good idea. I'm trying to find Godin, so we'll see where we can find that. So I found the Tube Amp Doctor stand. This is where I got my Jensen speaker for the recent upgrade. So these are really good. Very good speakers. So, yeah, Tube Amp Doctor. That's where it came from. And they were really, really quick, you know. But they have all sorts of stuff. They've got spring reverbs. And a couple of those. They've got tube testing kits, bias kits, which I got one of. And these are really good. You get your amp in the right zone, you know, without cooking the tubes all the time, or having it too stiff and cold. Frequently people they change the tubes out and they don't rebias their amps, and they get a rotten sound after they've re-tubed it, and then wonder what's wrong with the amp. There's nothing wrong with the amp, it just needs rebiasing, that's all. So these little kits here, they're great at being able to just adjust that with a screwdriver. You have to be careful, of course, because you're opening up the amp, but it can be done. So yeah, Tube Amp Doctor. So I'm on the stairway to Godin, I hope. I've been looking around for them. I didn't realise there was another level here, but that's the food bit down there. Some rather nice food, but I'm looking for Godin. So let's see if we can find it. So this is the Godin stand. I found it. Godin and Seagull as well. They've got this thicker version of a Fifth Avenue Kingpin, I do believe, which has got a strange combination of pickups. I need to ask them about, but it's got a sort of a pickup selector and one pickup, so I guess you can split that with the selector. I need to ask them. The neck is the same as the one I've got, really. The wood is beautiful, as always. I think it's they use wild cherry, Canadian wild cherry for it. Pickguard is the same. It's got a little more bass to it, but you wouldn't be able to tell until you plugged it in, really. But play is fantastic. And I love these split inlays that they've got here. They're really, really fine. So yeah, another great guitar from Godin. They just keep on keep on delivering, you know. Great. Yeah, glad I found them at last. So just having a play on the old Gordon Smiths here, which I've been surviving for 50 years. So here's the GS1, which has got a pickup which you can swap out. It's got a hot swap system. Show you on the back. So you poke your finger through the hole and you can grab that out. It's got a very high output pickup in it, and I tried the other one, which is, they're called GS1s, but they used to be the Gypsy years ago. And this was the other one I tried, which is it's fantastic, man. It's one piece, and it just has the feeling that it'll never move, you know. So the truss rod is here. I was just talking to the owner of the company here, and he said his reasoning was why make it weaker here, which I thought was very good thinking outside the box. So yeah, you can just poke a thing in there and wrench it on the fly, which is really good. Great tone machine and good for rock, or I had some quite jazzy tones out of it really, so you can do anything you want with it, you know. Really good guitars. British, you see. So yeah, at Guitar Summit, just checking on the parking on the bike. Seems okay, there's no tickets on them, so I think we're okay. There's the fountains for the Rosengarten, or the Wasserturm, which is quite cool, isn't it? And have a look over there. Look at that. Good old Germany, eh? Nice. And so I'm going to try and get some grub. Inside is jam-packed with people trying to feed their faces. So I'm going to find some food out here and then go back in again. Nice chatting with the owner of Gordon Smith and the guys at Godin and Hoffner. They were okay. The friendliest guy really was the guy on the Vox stand. So I'm going to go back and have a chat with him later on. So, food. So here we've got Mr. Mozart stood above the door, and over here, not too far away, is Mr. Beethoven. Keeping tabs on these rotten weak guitarists. There he is, Mr. Beethoven. Look. Nobody's looking upwards. It's great stuff, isn't it? I think this was bombed to hell in the war, actually, and they rebuilt it, but they did a fantastic job. So yeah, just taking a breath of fresh air. It's full of filthy guitarists in the hall there. Sort of cylinder heads going on. What do I think of it? It's okay, but there's no noise, you know, and that's sort of, I like the when there's loads of guitar noise and there's only ding-ding-ding, tinkling along on guitars acoustically. Everything's on headphones. So it's the new way people do things, I know, but I think it's a bit too tame. It's meant to be about rock and roll, you know. So at least partially, but it's very well organised. People have got good spaces to ply their trade in, you know, which is nice. And I have I saw Lee Anderton and that Danish Pete bloke who's not from Denmark. And I said hello, and he looked at me like I was a piece of shit. So, Captain, you should be nicer, mate. You know, don't be so highfalutin, mate. You know, fellow customer of your shop. You know. So yeah, what is it? I mean, it's good. You know, there's no Fender, there's no Gibson. You know, so there's not really the big names. I haven't seen Marshall. It doesn't mean they're not there, but I haven't seen them yet. Friendliest guy of the show definitely goes to Vox. They were really friendly, and Second in line to Vox were Gordon Smith Guitars, the owner of the company, coming up and chatting. Really, really friendly bloke, and he knew the history of the company really well, because I remember the first ones that they were doing way back. They've been in the game 50 years, and I guess it wasn't long off 50 years ago that I remember seeing those guitars. So he was a good man, he was. So yeah, I'm going to grab a bite to eat anyway, and then go back in and see what I didn't find before. Just taking in a bit of the architecture. Look at this thing. Fantastic. I don't think they built it today. I'm trying to find somewhere I can eat something. Not many places around. There's an ice cream place here. Who knows? So I found the Hagström. Here they are. I'll try and find the Super Swede or whatever it was that my friend liked. Quite liking the double cuts here. Quite a chunky neck on them, and quite well turned out, you know, with the binding around the pedal and stuff. Very nice, friendly people at the pack. So I found my way to one of my favourite pedal places, the Zoom booth. Yeah. This Zoom multi-stomp, the MS50G, which has got a new format. You can see it's got little buttons on it which you can push now. It used to be you had to hit them with your thumb, but now they're with a bit of a deft toe, you can hit it with your toe, you know. So I've been using one of the earlier versions for many years, and they're so versatile. It's like a pedal board in one pedal, you know. They've also got some other things here, which I don't know what that does. Multi-stomp 70 CDR, don't know what that is. Perhaps I can get the guy to give me a run through. He doesn't seem to be around. Mr. Zoom doesn't seem to be here. But 70. They used to do an acoustic one and a electric one, and this was the electric one. But I don't know what they do with this 1870 business. I don't guess we'll find out here and there. Very good anyway. So here we are at the fountains in the background with the Wasserturm. I've had a good old look around the guitar summit, as they call it. So just having a breather, some fresh air. Too many sweaty guitarists in one room for me. But I am a sweaty guitarist myself, you see, and I add to the problem. This is fantastic, isn't it? Look at it. So this is what you get in the great city of Mannheim. So the panorama. Not a bad place, you know. Very easy to get to on the road, on a bike. Straight in, you know, no problems. So very happy with that. And spoke to some nice people at the event. Notable were Vox guitars and amps. I went back to see the guy who I spoke to earlier, that he'd gone off shift, so I should have got some on film, but they were really friendly. And there was so many really good people. The guys at the Goto stand, they had their engineer there. He was a very friendly man. The only downer was, I guess, Lee Anderton being a bit snooty. Watch it, Lee. And also, what else? Yeah, Godin. I was a little disappointed we'd go down. I mean, they were friendly and said, yeah, plug in, play, you know. But they weren't really, I guess they didn't like the leather jacket, but I'm on a motorbike. That doesn't mean I'm a troublemaker, you know. So maybe that's a culture thing, I don't know. But really good guitars anyway. I won't judge them badly on their guitars for it. And so all in all, pretty damn good day. And we'll see how fast we can get home. I don't think I'm going to wait around for the Cock Marshall trio because they don't come on until 9 o'clock tonight. And who wants to wait around until 9 o'clock tonight and then drive 3 hours, you know, on the cold? So I'm probably erring on getting moving soon while everybody's eating food, and then I'll get home quicker. But a very good thing and worth the money. It was the only surprise was that it was so quiet, as in there wasn't a lot of noise from guitars. I was hoping that I would hear wails and screams from guitar amps, but they've done it on headphones, so that sort of ruins the vibe in my opinion. But you know, these modern people don't know what they're missing, do they? Alright, so that's it for Mannheim. Thanks very much. Oh, we've got some water stairs over here. See you next time.